Hello everyone, I'm Kealy and this is Voice of a Creative, and today I'm here to show you my October fabric haul. So I've bought quite a few fabrics which I've got to show you. They are a lot of ones that I want to use now and are snuggly fabrics for autumn. So I'm really excited to get a lot of them sewn up. So I'm going to share with you the fabrics and then my sewing plans for them. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. I'm halfway to 6,000 now, so 5,500, and that's really exciting. I feel like it's moving a little bit quicker since I hit 5,000, which I really do appreciate, and I'm pleased that I can provide you more content that you're hopefully enjoying watching. So if you aren't subscribed, please do. I'm looking to bring you some more tutorials coming up soon, and obviously talk to you more about sewing and fabric. My thoughts at the moment are very much on autumn, the cooler weather, and preparing for Christmas as well. And a lot of the shops are getting in different autumn fabrics, more snuggly fabrics. I have been spending a little bit more time kind of sat about on my phone, seeing fabrics and things over the last month. And so I did buy a little bit more than I was kind of intending, but I do have plans for all of it and I have already cut into some of it as well. So these first two fabrics are from Rainbow Fabrics. So they contacted me on Instagram and offered me a £30 voucher to use in their shop, which I did, and then paid like a little bit extra because it was over the £30 mark. And I bought two really lovely fabrics. This is the first one. So this is a viscose and this really lovely Ditsy floral. It's got a navy background and then these beautiful pinks, and there's a bit of yellow and white and violet in there. And this is just a viscose fabric, but I wouldn't say it's silky like a viscose. It's more got a kind of cotton feel to it, or like a twill feel to it. And I think this is going to be really lovely as the Rita shirt dress by Named, and I will pop in a picture so you can see, but I think that will look really lovely. And also I think with like a cranberry cardigan and my cranberry tights, it will look cute for autumn. So pleased with that one. I got 3 meters of that and it was a reasonable price as well. It is good quality, it's not see-through at all, and I think it's a really pretty pattern, so really happy with that one. The next one I got is this one, and this is a Viscous Jersey. Now I did make a bit of a mistake with this one because I thought the background of it was navy and it actually isn't. It's like a charcoal grey colour. So I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to use this for something for myself at the moment, just because it's not the colour that's in my wardrobe, but it's lovely quality. So it's got a beautiful blue flower, kind of an abstract design with the peach and cream, and then it's like a charcoal black in the background. It's a good quality Viscous Jersey, so it's white on the other side, but it's got a nice lot of stretch to it and it's not see-through at all. It's a lovely weight, so quality wise it's great. I'm just not so sure about the background colour for me. That's just a personal preference for my wardrobe. I don't tend to have things that have a black or grey background, but it is really lovely quality. So I'm probably going to make a top for my mum out of this. I've already showed her this fabric and she said she did like it. So I think I'm going to make her the Plantain Tee by Deer and Doe, and she wants a longer sleeved version, and I'm going to use the lower neckline as well, so I'll pop in a picture to show you that one. That's a free pattern, a really good one to have a look at if you're looking to make some t-shirts. So that's the second fabric from Rainbow Fabrics. So the next little fabrics are from Like So Amazing. So I looked at the shop originally because I wanted to get some fabric for a pattern test that I'm doing for Charlotte Emma Patterns. Now Charlotte's just started her new pattern company and I really wanted to support her, so I applied to be a pattern tester and test her first pattern. So the testing's still in progress, so I can't show you a picture of the garment or anything like that, but I knew that Sarah had some anti-static lining that she talks about and says is really good, and this item that I'm making needed a lining, and so I wanted to get some of that lining, and I also looked to see what other fabric she had that might go with the lining for the other part of the pattern. So I got some of this cranberry cord, so just really beautiful autumn colour I think. and it's really lovely and soft, and this is a cotton cord as well. So I've already cut out the item for the pattern test, and actually I had enough fabric left over from some that I had before to make a York pinafore. So this is actually a York pinafore cut out, ready to be sewn up. So this is the main fabric of the pattern test, and then I managed to squeeze a York pinafore out of it as well. And that's by Helen's Closet, and I will pop in a picture. The lining fabric I got, I haven't actually got much of it left because I actually bought enough for what I was testing, is this. So this is really good actually. So I've ironed this and it's been absolutely fine. I did it on a low heat setting, but it's been absolutely fine. It wasn't too bad to sew with. I used a Microtex needle and just a normal stitch length on my machine, and it was totally fine to sew with. It's a little bit slippy, but it's worked out really well. So this is the lining that I used, and I would definitely recommend this if you're looking for lining for something. Check out the different ones that Sarah has on the Like So Amazing website, because it's definitely worth it to get this. I was so worried about lining that would melt, and this worked out really well for the make that I made. While I was online, I also got this. So this is a grey Ponte, and this is to make some trousers for my sister. Now I've been making her a few pairs of kind of cigarette style trousers, so they just go narrower but aren't skinny towards the bottom of the leg, and that's from a traced pattern that I traced from a pair of Next trousers that I had. And Ponte works perfectly for it because they're nice and stretchy, but it's also thick enough to stand up to be a pair of trousers. I've made her a few different pairs, and I would say that this is the perfect weight for that. It's not see-through at all, it's got a nice lot of stretch, and it's a really nice weight for a Ponte. So if you're looking for a Ponte for a dress or trousers, definitely have a look. There are a few other colours online as well, but I got the charcoal grey because that's the kind of colour that my sister wanted. Lastly, I got some thread from Like So Amazing. So this is Overlocker Thread, but it's in all different blues, and I want to use this for the inside of my makes. There are also like rainbow colours available and other colours as well, but I went for the blue seeing as most of my makes are blue, and I'm really excited to use this to have really cool overlocking on the inside of my garments as well. I did get 4 of them, I'm just showing one. Next up, we've got some fabrics from the Maker's Merchant. Now, my husband had said to me that he wants some more jogging trousers, and he wanted them to have the ribbing for the cuffs and for the waistband. So I had to have a look around to see if I could find some jersey ribbing, because I've had a hard time kind of tracking it down to make them more like the ready-to-wear jogging trousers that he's got, because obviously ribbing has a lot more stretch than the actual fabric that you would use for jogging trousers, and so he was finding that actually the jogging trousers I made with the normal fabric, the like sweatshirting as the cuff, wasn't as good as the ones with ribbing that he bought online. So I bought some ribbing so I can make him some more jogging trousers, because the ones I make him seem to last a lot longer than the ones he bought online, and obviously that's better, isn't it, having them last for a long time. So I bought a few different colours of ribbing, and while I was online I also bought a few other things as well. The Maker's Merchant has loads and loads of different colours of ribbing. Now it's a tube, so cut into a tube. So often with this I will cut down the side to open it out into one piece of fabric, or I will cut bit by bit as I kind of use it. So I got this beautiful cranberry colour, which I thought was really lovely, and I've got quite a few other fabrics that it will go with, and I'm thinking about making kind of a navy pair of jogging trousers with cranberry details, so I thought that would be a good one to just have in my stash. Then I got some black ribbing, because that was what my husband wanted for his jogging trousers, and it's got lots of stretch there that you can see, and I think that will work really well for his jogging trousers. I bought a metre of each because I thought it's good to always have it. And I also bought this light blue colour, which is for a specific project that I am making, which I will show you when I show the next shop's fabrics, and this is to make a cardigan for myself, and I'm going to use this as the ribbing for it. Obviously there's more here, but I thought while I was buying some I ought to get a larger amount because I'm always going to use ribbing. The other fabrics I got are some jerseys. So the first one is this one. Now this was actually a remnant, so this isn't available anymore, but it's a beautiful viscose jersey with kind of crepe texture. And I think I got 1.5 meters here, and I'm just going to make a top out of it. Potentially like this one, which is the iris tee from Forget Me Not Patterns, or I might make the plantain tee, or Forget Me Not Patterns are about to bring out another pattern, which is another top, and I might even go for that in this. So I will have a look around and see what I think's good. I really love this because of its beautiful colour and then the delicate kind of florals, and it just really drew my eye, and I was looking for more viscose jersey to make into tops anyway, so really pleased to find that one. And then I got this fabric last. So this is just a navy polka dot cotton jersey. So the polka dots are like just smaller than my finger, they're not massive. And I bought, I think, 2 meters of this, and I think I'm going to use it to make a dress. I like the idea of a polka dot dress. I think that's going to look really cute. I'm not sure what pattern yet. I want to do some kind of refining on the jersey dress patterns that I've got. So I want to make up a version and make alterations to make it fit me perfectly. I've already done that with the Kealy wrap dress, and I want to look to do that with the other jersey patterns that I've got, and then look to buy more jersey patterns and refine them. So I've got a whole variety of different kind of dress patterns to use. The other choice is that I might just make my normal jersey dress pattern, my self-drafted one, out of this, because I know that that usually goes to plan. Although I realised recently that I do need to redraft the skirt because my shape has changed slightly. Whereas my hips used to be higher somehow, or maybe I had more kind of fat on the top of my hips, that's kind of moved down. So the pattern that I've got, the curve starts very quickly when actually it needs to flow down a little bit more and then lean out. So I'm going to be having a look at that again. And I know I promised the self-drafted jersey dress video. I wasn't expecting to have surgery when I kind of said that. And so it's been postponed for a little bit just because it's a long process and I just don't necessarily have the energy to do that at the moment. But I am hoping to bring you some smaller tutorials that you can use to hack things together, like my video from last week, which will hopefully help you kind of draft and hack your own patterns a little bit to make more of what you actually want to make. So last of all, I've got fabrics from Croft Mill. So I looked around for a little bit because I was looking for French terry, and I didn't want sweatshirting, I just wanted French terry because I want to make myself some more jogging trousers, and I want to make them for my husband as well. And usually I use the Hudson pants pattern by True Bias. I feel like that fits me really nicely, and I've got the men's version for my husband, which again fits him really well. And actually they just on their blog had a high rise hack, so I might be giving that a go to just see how that works out as well, because it would be nice to have a few different styles of kind of jogging trouser to wear around the house at the moment. So I looked around for some French terry just because it's a little bit finer than sweatshirting, and often it does have stretch both ways, whereas when I'm buying sweatshirting, on occasion it only has stretch one way, which is a bit annoying when it comes to jogging trousers because it means you can't then move your knee. And the same with sweatshirts, I want them to have full stretch because I gesture a lot, and also want it to be super comfortable as well. Croft Mill have a massive selection of French terry in all different colours, which I was really pleased to find, and so I've bought a variety of the colours to make a few different things. So this is the first one, and actually I had ordered 1.5 meters, but this is only 1.2, so they refunded me the difference, but that's absolutely fine. My legs are quite short, so I will easily be able to get jogging trousers out of this. They did call me to ask if that was okay. So it's this lovely dusty blue colour, which I think will go perfectly with the other things in my wardrobe. And the French terry is just the loop on the other side, so it's quite a small loop, but it's super stretchy. So nice stretch this way and nice stretch the other way as well. And so that is just going to become a pair of Hudson pants. And I will probably have a little bit left over from most of my projects, and I'm going to make like a patchwork jumper with all the leftover French terry pieces, I think. So that's the first one I bought. Then I bought some plain black French terry as well, so here it is. I bought 3 meters of this. It's a really lovely weight, perfect stretch as well. Definitely recommend this French terry, and this is for jogging trousers for my husband. So I bought 3 meters, and I'm hoping to get 2 pairs and then maybe a pair of shorts. He's got quite long legs, so I can't get as many pairs out of 3 meters. I could probably get 3 pairs out of 3 meters for me because my legs are so diddy. But yeah, that's the black French terry. The last 3 I think are a bit more exciting. So I've been looking for a while to recreate a cardigan that I saw on Paige Joanna on Instagram. Now Paige also has a YouTube channel where she talks about sewing, but she sewed a cardigan, the Bertha cardigan by Tilly and the Buttons, and it's a mix of kind of pastel bright colours with yellow, pink and blue, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love it, and the different panels are kind of the different colours. So I wanted to recreate that kind of thing, not copying exactly, so I got some pastel French terries to pull together a nice snuggly Bertha cardigan to wear around the house and out for winter. I know pastels aren't normally a winter colour, but you know. So first of all, I got this lovely mint colour. So it's not picking up the colour as well on camera. This is quite dark today and rainy, but it's a nice bright mint colour. It's coming out quite pale, but it's not quite as pale as it appears. So that's going to be one of the colours. Then I got this beautiful powder blue. They are like super creased because I've just had them up drying. And so that's another one of the colours, and this is the 3rd colour. So it's this beautiful, I think it was listed as violet, so it's like a pinky colour with a touch of purple, and that's going to be the 3rd colour. So I've got these all that'll go together to make a cardigan, and then hopefully I will use this for the cuffs. So hopefully it will all go together and just be a marshmallow, pastel, colour blocked thing. I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be so cute. I bought quite a lot of each of the fabrics. What I was a bit worried about is I was going to only buy ½ metre, but I was worried about the width of the pattern pieces and the length of them and actually fitting on ½ metre. So I bought 1 metre of each of the colours. Now it does not take 3 metres of fabric to make the Bertha cardigan, so I am going to have some left over. So then what I'm thinking is maybe to make like a jumper that kind of goes with it, so I have like 2 pastel items, but that's okay. I think that's kind of what happens with sewing anyway, but I'm really excited because I just can't wait to look like a marshmallow. It makes me feel really happy to think about all those colours together, and hopefully it'll make me feel like quite calm in the pastel kind of tones. I can maybe even do my nails to match as well. So I'm super excited about that, and it's also because it's a project that I've been thinking about since I saw Paige Joanna's version like months and months ago, and so I thought I would make my own version of that cardigan. So those are all of my fabrics for this month. So I ended up with quite a few things, but I do have project ideas for all of them, which I think is super important. I am still looking around at the different fabrics. I am trying to prevent myself a little bit more from buying fabric, just because I have bought a lot recently, and I have also destashed some recently, but I'm actually running out of storage, and if I run out of storage I've nowhere to put anything, and then things end up looking messy, which makes me feel quite overwhelmed. So I am trying to sew through some of the things that I've got in my stash, and I'm hopefully gonna give myself a bit of a challenge to maybe sew 2 things from my stash and 1 new fabric each month or something, just as a personal challenge to just help me sew the beautiful fabrics that I have in my stash. So I can't wait to get all of those things sewn up. I think it's going to be a really lovely next couple of months. So coming up next week will be my makes video for October, and surprisingly, although I was having an operation and then kind of resting for most of October, I still managed to sew loads of things in the first few days, so I've got quite a few things to show you. And then I'm going to put together a plans video for later on in November, because I want to share with you my Christmas sewing plans. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please press the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Goodbye!